Bombshell alert, Chiefs Kingdom. We've got breaking news that is shaking up Kansas City and sending shock waves across the NFL. A blockbuster signature, huge addition, and at the same time, big trouble brewing inside the kingdom. Yeah, this one is wild. Fans are fired up, analysts are debating non-stop, and the whole league is watching closely to see how this plays out. Is this the move that pushes Kansas City back on top? Or is it a distraction that could spell trouble? Stick with me because we're going to unpack every single detail. What's real? What might just be speculation and how it could change the Chiefs' season. So, here's the story. Reports started flying that the Kansas City Chiefs have made a blockbuster addition, a major signing that nobody saw coming. This wasn't some minor depth move. This wasn't a practice squad shuffle. This was a headline-grabbing deal. The type of signing that has every fan base talking. The moment it broke, Twitter, Instagram, and every NFL show lit up. And when you hear the name, you understand why the Chiefs are swinging big. Now, depending on which source you're listening to, the details vary a little. Some insiders are reporting this deal is confirmed, locked in, real news. Others are saying, hold on, pump the brakes. This could just be rumors that got blown up online. So, here's the truth. We're still piecing it together, but the smoke here is heavy enough that there's got to be fire somewhere. Either the Chiefs really did land a star-level addition, or they're actively working on something massive behind the scenes. And if you know Brett VCH, you know he's never afraid to pull the trigger on a bold move. Let's talk about why this matters so much right now. The Chiefs are in a season where expectations are sky high. They're the defending champs. Everyone wants to knock them off, and every weakness is magnified. And the biggest weakness we've seen this year, offensive consistency. Mahomes and Kelsey are carrying the load, but the wide receiver group has been shaky. The offensive line has been good, but not perfect. The running game flashes, but doesn't always dominate. So if this blockbuster signature is real, if it's the kind of player who can come in and immediately make an impact, it could be the exact boost this team needs to silence the doubters and reload for another Super Bowl run. But here's the other side of it. Every big move comes with risk. Chemistry can be shaken, locker rooms can be disrupted, and expectations can get out of control. Sometimes adding a big name helps. Sometimes it creates drama. And with Travis Kelce recently showing frustration on the sidelines, you have to wonder if this is the Chiefs saying, okay, let's give him some help, or if it's them panicking a little bit. Either way, it's a storyline that has everyone locked in. So, who is the player in question? Depending on where you look, different names are floating around. Some reports hint at a wide receiver, someone like T. Higgins or Mike Evans who could instantly slot in as a true number one target alongside Kelsey. Others are saying maybe it's a defensive addition, a star edge rusher or corner who could turn an already strong defense into a flat-out elite unit. Nothing is 100% confirmed yet, and that's why you'll hear me say this could be real or it could be smoke. But the volume of these reports makes it impossible to ignore. Chiefs Kingdom, something is brewing. Now, let's break down the possibilities. If it's an offensive signing, specifically a wide receiver, that is huge. Imagine Mahomes lining up not just with Kelsey, but with a true star receiver on the outside. That opens up the entire playbook. It gives defenses nightmares, and it takes pressure off the younger guys who are still developing. Suddenly, the Chiefs aren't just tough to beat. They're unstoppable again. And you better believe Mahomes would love it. If it's defense, that's just as impactful. The Chiefs' defense has been strong this year. But imagine adding a veteran pass rusher who can dominate in the playoffs, or a shutdown corner who can take away half the field. That would give Steve Spagnuolo even more tools to work with, and it would make the Chiefs even scarier heading into January. Now, here's where the big trouble part comes in. Not everyone is celebrating. Some fans are worried about what this move costs. Are the Chiefs giving up too much draft capital? Are they eating too much salary cap space? Are they risking locker room chemistry? Remember, this is a team built carefully around Mahomes' mega contract. Every move has to be calculated. You can't just sign every star available. And some insiders are saying this deal, if it's real, is expensive. That could be trouble down the line, especially if it doesn't pay off immediately. And don't forget, big additions come with big personalities. If this new player comes in expecting to be the star, that could create tension. Kelsey is the emotional leader. Mahomes is the face of the franchise, and Andy Reid runs a tight ship. If this addition doesn't buy into the culture, it could turn into a headache fast. That's why some people are calling it a gamble. But let's be honest, Chiefs Kingdom, this is what you want from your front office. Aggressiveness, willingness to take risks, refusing to settle. The Chiefs aren't content with just one Super Bowl or two. They're chasing dynasty status, and dynasties are built on bold moves. Sometimes those moves make people nervous. Sometimes they backfire. But you can't win at the highest level by playing it safe. And here's what's crazy, the timing of this. Right after Kelsey's sideline eruption, right after fans started buzzing about needing another weapon, this news drops. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe the Chiefs heard the noise, saw the frustration, and said, "Okay, let's go fix this right now." That's why this story feels so massive. It's not just about one player. It's about the entire direction of the franchise this season. Let me remind you too that not everything you read online is gospel truth. Some of these reports could be real, some could be speculation, and some could be flat-out fake. But the fact that it's being talked about this much means it's on the radar. When there's this much buzz around Kansas City, it usually means something's happening behind the curtain. V and Reid don't leak much, but when smoke gets out, there's often a reason. So where does this leave us? The Chiefs might be in big trouble if this move doesn't pan out. Expectations are through the roof. And if the big signing doesn't deliver, the media will be all over it. But on the flip side, if this works, if this addition is the missing piece, Kansas City just cemented themselves as the favorite to repeat. That's the fine line they're walking right now. High risk, high reward. Let me put it this way. If you're a Chiefs fan, you should be excited. Nervous maybe, but excited. This front office is showing you they're not content. They're not standing pat. They're going all in because they know the window is now. Mahomes is in his prime. Kelsey is still dominant, and the defense is coming together. This is the moment to push chips into the middle of the table. And honestly, I love it. I'd rather see my team take risks to win than sit back and hope everything magically works itself out. This is the NFL. Windows don't stay open forever. And the Chiefs are telling the league, we're not just defending champs. We're coming for more. If you're new here, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for daily Chiefs news and rumors, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. Because trust me, this story isn't going away anytime soon. Chiefs Kingdom, buckle up. We might be watching the birth of the next big chapter in this dynasty. Word count, 415. Do you want me to lean even harder into the drama with things like, "Guys, I almost fell out of my chair when I saw this news" for extra YouTube energy? Or keep it at this dramatic but balanced tone?